Title: Trump felony would mean loss of Secret Service perks under Democratic bill. Two Democratic House members introduced the legislation before Trump's trial and subsequent conviction in New York. As an ex-president now with a felony on his record, Donald Trump would lose the Secret Service protection or the usual perks like an office of post-White House life under bills sponsored by two House Democrats. But the idea Trump could forfeit his protective detail because of his conviction on 34 state counts of falsifying business records in New York led one Republican to say Democrats are rooting for Trump's assassination, even though the bills are unlikely to advance soon. That's Andy Biggs, Arizona congressman. Guy's totally worthless. Representative Bernie Thompson, Democrat, Mississippi, introduced one of the bills and said he did so after heading up the House committee that looked at the January 6, 2021 insurrection attempt at the U.S. Capitol. I was disappointed in how the president conducted himself as president. He put a lot of people's lives in danger, so I saw that, Thompson told HuffPost. But more importantly, why would you want to protect a felon? Under the law, Trump as a former president gets a raft of post-presidency perks, including a pension equivalent to the pay of a White House cabinet official, currently $246,000 a year, a travel budget, office space and staff, and most visibly Secret Service protection for himself and his wife. Thompson's bill, introduced in April, would stop Secret Service protection for a protectee when they are sentenced for a state or federal crime that carries a penalty of at least 1 year in prison. It would not affect any of the other post-presidency perks Trump enjoys. Representative Laura Sanchez, Democrat, California, took a different approach with her bill, the No Glory for Hate Act, first introduced in 2021 and then reintroduced in September. I actually just called her office and left a detailed message. They need to look into this because, as I stated in one of my other videos, a convicted felon can't be around anyone that has guns, which would obviously include a Secret Service. Under the bill, a president who has been impeached twice or been convicted of a state or federal crime relating to actions taken in an official capacity as president would be barred from getting any of the usual post-presidency perks, except Secret Service protection. It would also bar using federal funds to create a memorial for or name any federal building or property after a former president who has been impeached twice or was a felon. It would also be prohibited from being buried in Arlington National Cemetery. President Trump is now a convicted felon, further emphasizing why taxpayers shouldn't have to foot the bill to honor him, Sanchez said in a statement to HuffPost. I first introduced the bill after January 6 attack on the Capitol. Since then, Trump continues to be a threat to our democracy. His behavior and the hatred he spews has become increasingly hostile. This is not someone who belongs back in the White House, and certainly not someone who deserves monuments built in their honor, she said. While neither bill is expected to go anywhere as long as Republicans control the chamber of Congress, just the idea of having Trump forfeit his post-presidential Secret Service was enough to cause one House GOP member to accuse Democrats of trying to get Trump assassinated. Quote, you have a member of Congress that actually introduced legislation to take away Secret Service and his personal security, basically saying they would like to expose him to physical harm, danger, or maybe even assassination. Representative Andy Biggs told right-wing news outlet Newsmax on Monday. See, Andy Biggs is an idiot. If he had a half a brain in his head, he'd realize that a convicted felon can't be around guns. So how can he have Secret Service protection when they're armed? But like I said, he's a complete idiot. It's an outrageous thing that we're actually talking about, this, Biggs said. Asked if he will reintroduce his bill next year if Democrats win the House on November, Thompson hedged. We'll see how it goes this time. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, he said. It's something that I think bears consideration. Those people that I've talked to say it's a wonderful idea. Why would you want to protect a felon? Well, again, they can't, because Secret Service agents are armed, and Trump, being a felon, can't be around anyone that's armed. Go do your own research if you don't believe me. Pass it along, and thanks for listening. Like I said, Andy Biggs is a complete idiot. Hear that, Biggs? You're an idiot.